Oh man, it's bright out here. It's hot. It's bright and hot, and it's 11 o'clock, just after 11 o'clock. Hopefully we'll be able to get something done today. A little bit later start than I wanted, but I had to do that errand. And now I'm back from the store. I got some extra lights and some things for the yard for Christmas. But let's tackle this tower, hopefully get this thing knocked out. Show you what we're doing when we're doing it. Well, it's been just about an hour, and I've got almost the first 3 channels completed at the top. So, with that said, I'll have 6 more channels to do coming down. However, the top channels are the easiest channels. You know, once you get further out, and you have to reach for them, and I mean, up here so far, I'm having to zip tie once every other rope. Starting the next channel, I'm gonna have to zip tie every single rope, and you know, it gets further and further out. First top channel only took 1 strand of Christmas lights. Second one took 2. This one is taking 3. However, that's not going to be, you know, it's not going to continue that way. By the time I get down to the bottom, it's going to take probably 7-8 strands of Christmas lights to go around this tree 3 times. But it's moving. That's the only thing that matters. So I was charging my phone. I'm going to break for a quick lunch because it's about that time, and then come back out and knock it out. So, and it's hard to do this by myself because I'm having to come down and get the lights and everything. So it's a lot up and down. All right, we are where are we? 1, 2, 3. We're halfway done with channel 4, and as you can see, all I'm doing is zip tying them to the rope, and they're 2 feet. So this strand is 2 feet taller or higher than that. So the good thing with the tape that I'm using, the rope that I'm using now, it's marked. It has foot markage, so I don't have to really do a whole lot of extra measuring, which cuts down on my time for installation. But before, the trick that I used, and I went ahead and made it with this, not realizing that, you know, not paying attention to the fact there's marks. What I did is I took a piece of rope and I measured 24 inches and tied a knot. So I basically have my measuring rope, so if I need to, you know, see my measurement, I can easily use that rope instead of carrying a measuring tape with me. But I'm going all the way around. When I get to the back side here, I'm dropping down 24 inches and going all the way around, come back to this point, dropping down 24 inches and going, keeping it steady that way. So it's a slow process, but you know, we're getting there. Once I get to the point where I can't reach, because I don't know, say probably the next couple channels I won't be able to reach out to do it once I get lower, and it'll be too tall for my step ladder. I'm going to go down, I'm going to tighten up all the ropes to as tight as I can get them, and then I'm going to climb up and lower the top down a few feet to bring the bottom in so I can reach it. These tapes have been sitting out, this rope has been sitting out here for a few days in the heat and getting wet in the rain, so they have stretched a little bit, but I'm hoping that you know, I'm going to assume that they're going to stretch again when I put all this weight on it. But what I'm trying to do is avoid, and you see how much slack I'm leaving in between here, because when I pull it, it's actually going to spread out, and I'm going to have enough slack to do that. If I made these tight straight across, from experience, the tree does not look right. So it starts to get, it's really thin at the top, and then at the very bottom it flares out real quick, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. So I'm trying to leave enough slack so when I do pull it tight, the whole tree can kind of spread out all the way up. So, and really there's no way to know for sure what to put here, in my opinion. I'm sure there's a way, but not that I'm going to spend my time figuring that out to see how much slack I need when I pull it tight. But let's keep going. Okay, I've lowered them. As you can see, slack is very loose. Now the measurements will stay the same, and I've probably dropped it down maybe 5 feet. I've got to worry about the guide wires. You see how it's kind of getting caught up in the guide wires, so it's pulling it in more of a triangle shape. The tricky part will be and I don't know if I'll be able to, but I'm gonna have to, these swoops here, this is pretty much tight if I pull this up. So I'm gonna have to make these swoops a little bit further and a little bit further as we go down. In a sense, when we pull it tight, it'll have enough room for the wires to be pulled straight and tight and give that nice shape. So I really hope I can nail this in the first try, because I don't want to have to cut it all off and redo it. Let's get going. Tonight, or today, was kind of a disappointment for me. Did not meet my goal. I'm probably 2 channels short of finishing the wraps on the tree. Having to start late, and I had forgot that I had a softball doubleheader to play tonight, so we're just getting back home and it's 9:30. I'm not gonna tackle the rest of that until either tomorrow night, Saturday night, or Sunday, my next day off. Definitely Sunday if I don't get it before then. But since I am still up and I want to get something else done, I'm going to go ahead and put the candy canes in the yard that I got from Walmart. They're about $3 or so. And here, let me show you. I got 4 red and 4 green. They're pre-lit plastic. I'm going to go ahead and set those in the yard. And I got some LED white lights that I'm going to go across to kind of make a fence. I want to go and do that. I've got a lot of kids in the neighborhood, and not to say that they would really do anything, but I want to make that barrier so they don't come up in the yard, and my kids won't run through the yard anymore and things like that, since I've got a lot of stuff in here. So let's go and do that real quick. Well, it's late. I'm tired. I'm beat. I was able to get the candy canes up and the strand of lights to go in between them to kind of make that border, that fence, but being so dark, I can't really show it to you. I'm not going to plug in all the candy canes all together. They're going to be 8 separate channels. So I tested them all, they all work, and everything is up and installed there, but I'm just out of steam. So anyway, we'll cut this clip, upload this video. I would probably safely say next full video will come on Sunday. And it'll include everything from now until the end of Sunday. So I can't believe that Thanksgiving, my turn-on day, is actually 2 weeks from today. That is definitely a very, very scary reality. So got a lot of work to do, a lot of programming to do between now and then. So hopefully I can get it done. But anyway, like, subscribe, stay tuned. More videos coming.